Gene therapy is showing great promise in treating a specific form of muscular dystrophy called Duchenne. The genetic disorder primarily impacts children who often lose their ability to walk by the time they're teenagers. CNN's medical correspondent Meg Terrell has the story.
When Brecken Kinney was about a year old, his parents noticed he wasn't keeping up with other toddlers.
Getting around just seemed to be pretty difficult for him.
His doctors initially didn't express concern.
Call it mom's intuition, but I knew that there was something wrong.
The diagnosis, when Brecken was almost 3, was worse than almost anything they could have imagined, a disease called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. With current treatments, kids with DMD usually lose the ability to walk before they're teenagers, and on average, don't live past 30.
In that moment, everything changed. All the thoughts we had about the future and everything like that just kind of stopped. And I remember going into his bedroom and just looking at him when he was taking a nap and just crying and sobbing.
It was 2 years with Brecken having more and more trouble doing things like going upstairs before the family saw a glimmer of hope. Brecken was admitted to a clinical trial of an experimental gene therapy, a new way of trying to slow the disease's progression with a one-time treatment.
The cause of the disease is a mutation in a single gene. And the idea behind gene therapy is if you can take a normal working version of that gene and put it back into the muscles of the kids, it should fix the problem of the disease.
The goal is to help kids' muscles create a version of a protein called dystrophin.
So it's kind of like the 2x4s that make up your house. It's really important for just holding everything together.
Look at him go down the field. No one can get him.
In trials, it did that, and families like Brecken's are convinced it's helped their kids walk better and stay stronger for years longer than they would have. But a key clinical trial run by the drug's maker, Sarepta Therapeutics, didn't meet one of its main goals, evidence of a clear benefit on muscle function, leading to an uncertain path to FDA approval. In documents released this week, FDA reviewers said that, quote, studies do not provide unambiguous evidence that the therapy, SRP-9001, is likely beneficial for some patients. They also said the FDA has, quote, safety concerns about the possibility of administering an ineffective gene therapy. Today, a group of outside advisors to the agency is meeting to discuss whether the therapy should get accelerated approval. Brecken's mom, Marit, is among many parents speaking at the meeting.
We've seen the incredible changes with our son. He's not just walking around, he's running, he's swimming, he's diving. He's truly living the life that every 9-year-old boy ought to be living.
Meg Terrell, CNN reporting.